Breaking news, my country people, it's happening. The former president Goodluck Jonathan has made a suggestion that Nigeria should create two buildings in Abuja to display pictures of individuals who have contributed to the country's problem. Guys, wahala don dey finish for Naija o. Seriously, who would ever imagine that a day would come where Goodluck Jonathan will make this kind of suggestion, suggesting that we should build two separate buildings. One should be for where the pictures of those that have sank this country backwards, the pictures of those that have dragged this country backwards will be hanged on one building, while the other building should probably be for the pictures of those that have moved this country forward, those that have contributed positively to the growth and the development of this country. He argued that such initiative would ensure that their descendants recognize the negative roles their forefathers played in Nigeria's history. Speaking at a book launch of the former Inspector General of Police, Solomon Aris, in Abuja, Goodluck Jonathan criticized Nigerians for tolerating bad behavior from political leaders. He insisted that political leaders would act responsibly only when citizens began to reject misconduct. Now, this is Jonathan talking to Nigerians, where he also strongly opposed the use of military personnel for election duties, stating that it overstretches the armed forces. Ahead of the 2027 general elections, the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, kicked against the deployment of military personnel for election duties, saying that the military has its primary responsibility of protecting the nation's integrity. Now, Goodluck Jonathan, pointed out that elections should be primarily managed by the police and INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, and not members of the armed forces, where he noted that these guys should not be used to conduct elections. He cited examples from Botswana and Senegal, where elections were conducted with minimal security interference, allowing the electorate to vote without intimidation. According to him, in Botswana, police officers managed election security affairs, while the military secure government facilities. And in Senegal, polling stations are run by electoral officials, with police stationed outside, intervening only when necessary. So he took these observations from countries like Senegal and Botswana and other African countries. But guys, what are your thoughts on this? Because Goodluck Jonathan actually, reflected on his own experience during his reign as the governor, as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He reflected on his experience during his own tenure, how military personnel were also used during elections. According to him, this is a time for change. This is a time for change, where he emphasized on free, fair, and credible elections, where the right people oversee the process. But guys, that did not stop Goodluck Jonathan from also suggesting that two buildings should be built, whereby the pictures of those that have negatively harmed this country will be kept. Those, their pictures will be portrayed in such buildings. Guys, this is a very controversial suggestion from Goodluck Jonathan. He proposes two buildings in Abuja just to display pictures of leaders who contributed to Nigeria's problem. And I can tell you, if they should erect such buildings, Goodluck Jonathan's portraits would be found in such buildings. If the federal government, if the presidency should buy or key into this idea, I guarantee you that Goodluck Jonathan in picture go land for that building. No how wey dem no go see am. because every leader so far has, damaged this country in one way or the other. Goodluck Jonathan has his own flaws. Muhammad Buhari has his own flaws. Other past leaders, they have their own flaws. So definitely, almost all of them will land there. All their portraits will land there. Tinubu, number 1. Buhari, number 2. Goodluck Jonathan. He's also going to find his own portrait there. There is no how he can escape it. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? Goodluck Jonathan has given a suggestion. This is a suggestion where he also suggested that military personnel should not be used, the deployment of military personnel should not be used in elections. And you know that Nigeria has not developed to a stage whereby we can be conducting elections without security, without the presence of security personnel. We've not developed to that stage. Yes, Nigeria as a country have not developed to that stage where we can boldly conduct elections without the presence of security agencies or with minimal security agencies. It's not going to work. We've seen on several occasions how thugs harass people, how they intimidate people, how they try to suppress voters. But with the presence of security agencies, such activities have been shortened, have been curtailed. So if we should key into this idea, well, I don't really know. It's only a suggestion. Now, these are reactions from Nigerians. Crazy people may enjoy it, but these actions are absolutely wrong. They've all been bad, but Buhari and Tinubu are the worst of them all. Jonathan is always a clueless leader, always suggesting wasteful gestures just for personal gain. Abeg, dem suppose use Buhari picture take floor the whole building. So if you waka enter, im face na you go dey match. Dem still fit rename the building Buhari Memorial Center for wahala contribution. He deserve am. Okay guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. Like, a lot of persons have reacted to this, that how would Goodluck Jonathan make such suggestion? Other persons have also embraced this suggestion from Goodluck Jonathan, whilst condemning President Bola Tinubu, condemning the former President Muhammad Buhari, and also giving opinions on how they should go about with the building structures. So guys, this is really hilarious and also interesting and controversial at the same time, because I don't think this is what we should be talking about, at this point in time. Nigeria, we are sinking every day. Our economy sinks deeper daily, yet we talk about building structures and whose portrait we should erect on such buildings. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.